Starting as a noob, doing literally no damage at all to unlocking the fabled Galaxy 2. This was my hardest journey yet, completing hundreds of floors, raids, re-rolling champions and more, but this is how I did it. I have been playing this game so much and there was so much to learn. Of course, I am so behind on this game. It's actually crazy. I've hardly been playing this, of course. Like, I've been playing this for like a week, guys. I've been playing this for like a week. And of course, I've not been playing this every single day, but I've been learning so much about this game and it has been incredible. I've started off as a humble player, of course, in the very first worlds, making my way through all of the other maps. From finding little critters inside a pirate town, to becoming a pro hero in a hero academy, unlocking raids as a ninja, or traveling through the scorching desert, to unlocking cosmic summons, which gives of course one of the most overpowered champions in the game. After that, it's time to take on some demons, unlock the laboratory, and of course keep moving on my journey. I arrived in the cursed city and there were so many evil beings, and my biggest challenge yet was defeating this door by having enough DPS to move on. This land really checked my patience because I finally had to upgrade a lot of the champions and level them up to eventually make it through and enter Spirit Town. So up until this point, I have done literally regular gameplay, but then I figured out my biggest and best option yet. I didn't know I actually had items called the summons in my inventory. You get these for free by using some codes. Of course, there's a full updated codes list on my channel right now, so go check it out. As well, if you've completed the season pass, there's plenty of these summons in here, as you can see, of course, on like level 40, level 50, etc. With those, I went back to the Champions City and entered the Cosmics area, which used me to use the Cosmic Summons to get myself the best champions in the game. With those champions by my side, I had literally breezed through the whole world, eventually making it to the Land of Ants. With my overpowered cosmic champions, this still was no hard feat at all. Eventually making it inside the pocket dimension and ending up in the palace. This had the king waiting for me, and this thing was an absolute beast, but we managed to defeat it and unlock Sawblade City. Again, with our cosmic champions we got for free from using the codes, it was still super duper easy. We had to enter a crazy Sawblade City tunnel, and there we had the big boss Katana at the end. This is again where I met my first roadblock after a while. I had to gather a lot of coins for the Land of Giants. So what I did, I made sure to auto-fuse my units into my white mustache unit, which I got from the codes, and as well the season pass. And I kept fusing my unit so he just got stronger and stronger. So by the time I farmed enough money from the boss, I was able to move on to the Land of Giants. And here we would meet our hardest huddle yet. My team was looking something like this, looking absolutely amazing. I had to defeat hundreds of giants around the map, but there was a giant boulder right here that required such a high power. I had to use a double damage potion to make it, but it pushed the boulder right here in the gate. So I could move on and finally get to my final destination, which was the Titan Orb, the giant with 18 trillion HP and a portal that leads to Galaxy 2. So we are back in the present right now, and this of course was a lot of grinding, but that was my journey, how I took it. If I knew, of course, that these summons actually gave me super OP champions, I would have used them earlier, because I actually had them literally from my day one experience, but I didn't know what they did. So of course, my biggest tip is using them as soon as possible and get those best slot units. So what now? Am I done? No, I am definitely not. This Galaxy 2 is actually extremely omega hard, because what this requires you to do is take on this raid, and this raid is so long. It has mega beefy units that have trillions of HP, and this actually really tests your levels and your units, because you actually need to get yourself the best of the best to make it through this currently. Of course, in future updates it's probably gonna get nerfed, we're probably gonna get better units, but currently this is just very hard to do. So for the first time, I cannot breeze through, so this is what I'm doing to prepare to finally take on Galaxy 2, because this is a super long process. I think it's going to be taking a week or two at least of grinding. So of course I made some mistakes along the way, but I'm going to tell you guys the route I'm going to take to eventually get there. So my biggest priority currently is of course getting some Ascension 2 champions, which I do not have currently. For Ascension, you need two things. You need to get yourself, of course, your base unit, but then as well, you need a sacrifice of the same unit, and you need some essence. As you can see, I don't have any sacrifices for these units, so I cannot actually ascend them, which really sucks. I can get every one of them besides White Mustache, because this is literally unit from World 2. So I need to focus on getting some other units that are actually gonna get me there. So how am I gonna do this? This is actually kind of simple. You're gonna go over to Green Planet, the first planet in the game. If you have some orb enhancers, I would actually recommend using them on this orb, so it's gonna increase your luck of getting yourself these summons. By hatching this egg, eventually you're gonna get yourself some dragon summons. Of course, you want to have your luck boost as high as possible. My luck boost is still pretty bad because I literally just get started with it. So what you want to do, you want to have a full team of course, luck pets. The best luck is Leprechaun. But of course, you can see as well, these are not actually ascended. I do have to ascend these still, because then I'm unlock my second quirk slot, which allows me to stack another tier of luck on top of that. But you can see we already got up to 13.6 times luck, which is not that high, but you know, I'm getting there. So you would just start off getting yourself a full team of these pets. You go back to the city and go to the quirks rerolls. You select the champion right here, click yourself the champion you want to reroll, and of course you have to use dragon medals to reroll. We're not going to use premium medals for this. So how do I get these dragon medals? Actually pretty simple. We're going to have to do some raids. So equip your best team and just go do a raid right here. You're going to go for Green Planet. I would say just probably easy, medium, maybe hard if you have enough good champions for it. And you can of course always move up if you become stronger. But let's just say we're going to do right now a little bit of a medium, and we're going to show off how this works. So of course, if you have auto click and auto fight, it's going to be extremely fast. Otherwise, you just have to manually click. But move through these raids just like that. Your mobs are going to, of course, be destroyed super easily. Always do a little bit of checkpoint on the left side as well. As at the end of this area, you get yourself a little chest, which gives you already some tokens. If you have a drop increase, of course, you can use it in here as well. You can use drop increase units. I do not have them currently because, yeah, I'm still starting off. But you see, we already got over 32 medals right now, which is crazy. Go inside the boss fight. Of course, we're going to have to clear all the minions first, and eventually taking on Frieza at the end. And then at the end, you get yourself a bunch of medals here as well. Get yourself a chest, of course, as well as another chest that requires a raid key. I would not recommend using this, because if you really want to use this, literally try to see if you can get a higher raid. Maybe ask someone on Discord or anything like that to help you out, because, you know, these raid keys are pretty expensive and pretty valuable. But as you can see, after the one little raid, we got ourselves as well some equips, which is pretty nice. And as well, we got 170 dragon medals. Of course, the higher tier you do, the more medals you get. And with those medals, of course, we can again re-roll more of the quirks. Like I said, with Ascension, you can unlock yourself the next raids. So you can see I can select myself a sacrifice like this, and then I can get myself a mythical plus. And then you can see I need more materials for that as well to get myself to Ascension 2, which is, yeah, the second quirk slot, but that's pretty expensive. From the same area, of course, you can get your free materials by breaking down your other champions. That's why you just need to save them all in your inventory. And if you need more Ascension cards, you can, of course, get them from the start of our challenge. You can only do 2 of these a day, so be sure to do them. You can as well do the tower, get yourself some free gems, which is very, very awesome. As well, this gives some more upgrades like equip slots and that kind of stuff. And if you feel really lucky, of course, you can use your gems for game passes, or you can spend them on a galaxy orb and hopefully get yourself a high tier champion, so it's going to be a stack copy. Would really recommend this, to be honest, because I think the game passes and stuff are a lot more useful to use your gems on, but you know, you do what you want to do. So what is my journey next? It's going to be super simple. I'm going to have to get myself a 2-star mythical team full of Kyokens with Leprechaun and Luck, because that's going to increase my luck the most. That way I can get myself more of these dragon summons, and then with the dragon summons I can get myself better mythical champions to use as well. This is going to be, of course, super useful because they're going to be super strong, and then I can keep moving on and get myself upgrades, because I can literally upgrade all these units besides the white mustache, but I just have to get lucky with the summons from the other areas. Again, the summons are just super easy, guys. You just literally hatch the egg that has the summon in it, and every world has a different summon, of course. So that's how I get more cosmics as well. So like I said, this is just going to be a super long journey, because I have estimated that we need to run like 2 or 3 trillion DPS. I currently do like 50 billion maybe, so I need to do like 40 to 80 times more damage, which is yeah, kind of crazy. So I just have a lot of AFKing ahead of me, but I wanted to give you guys a little update on how I did it, and of course what I'm doing, because I think this game is actually pretty confusing if you've never played it and, you know, figure stuff out. So don't make the same mistakes that I did. So I have one little treat at the end, because of course we have some summons right here. We have 5 dragon summons. There's a 10% chance to actually get yourself what's it called, a godly cosmic. I have never had this before from my previous opening, so hopefully I can get myself something cool this time. So yeah, this is the Apex Fury you actually get from the basic one, which is pretty cool. But of course, this is going to be as well a cosmic, so it's going to be really strong if you max upgraded it. As well, while this opening is happening, I quickly want to say as well, there is cosmic equipables as well. You can get them from the raids. They're of course very rare, but every single one of your cosmics actually has a cool equipable as well, which you get from the raid tier. So, you know, of course, try to get that one as well. It probably is only from the highest tiers. I have not had one yet, of course, but you know, there's just some information if you guys want to literally get the best out of your champions. And that's the last one. I don't think we actually got ourselves a cosmic, sadly, but you know, it is what it is. Now you can see we have 5 Apex Furies. Of course, I can use these to combine. I can use these to break them down for materials. So there's a lot of options I have with these. And then I will keep moving on throughout the worlds and get myself a full team of different cosmics to get myself, of course, some good harmony stacks, because I still don't have this. But yeah, that was my journey so far in the game. This is so much grind, guys, but it actually is a lot of fun, but it does take a lot of time. So I'm sure I cannot breeze through Galaxy 2 soon-ish. Like, it's gonna take quite a while because my units have to become so much stronger. I'm just gonna have to do a lot of starter power changes, have to keep up with my towers, have to keep getting better units, get myself a full team of luck pets as soon as possible so I can get myself those cosmic summons and keep getting myself those max ascension pets, because that is the most important thing that I need to get inside this game. And then, of course, focus on the nice equips, re-roll them, and then we should be good. So, guys, I think to be honest, that's gonna wrap up my video. Of course, if you have some other tips that I've not mentioned about playing this game, hit them in the comment section down below. I would highly appreciate it. Of course, thank you so much, of course, for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later today or tomorrow for another video. So, guys, take care, love, bye. Thanks so much for watching, and of course, as well, take care.